Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today is the July 23rd and I have decided that I am going to sort through some more of these patterns. So what I'm doing today is these are all baby patterns. I think it's all baby. So I am decided I am going to do one video where it'd be like knitting, crochet related, or maybe sewing, and then another one will be like cross stitch and stuff. So today I am actually sorting these out. So I've actually been organising my craft room, and I'm hoping my camera plays ball, because I had a few problems where I've not been able to do any recording at all for the last 3-4 months because my camera was not staying on. It was switching itself off, and I realised it was the memory card. It was actually too big, so I'm actually using I think it was a 64 I'm on now, and we'll see if this plays ball. So what I'm going to do is I am going to organise these patterns in this folder is boy, this folder is girl, and then I have another one for boy and girl. So we are going to actually go through all these. So some of my patterns are old. I mean, I have some that are really old. Some of them are quite new. So some of my patterns, like some of these small ones, they are like this age. So these ones must be about 30 years old. So I have a mix. So I'll do the small ones last. So we are starting with these ones I've done, and I should keep them in the, I have some more of these. I need to get them out because they're down there. So these ones are about 20 years old. You can still buy certain ones new, and like on eBay. Charity shop is the next best place. So I am going to sort them out into boy and girl. So I have like these books that come in like magazines, these ones. So that one's a mixed, and that one's a mixed because that's got boy and girl. Some of them are crochet, and I do have to have a folder for crochet. It's a separate one. Let me get my crochet. Crochet, boy and girl, that's books. So I have another folder for boy and girl for crochet blankets. This one is from the justcrochet.com maybe? She does free ones and she does paid one. This one's a free one. So just need to, hopefully it's all there. It looks like it. So that is one of the free patterns. Let's see if I can zoom into you. But I keep, if I print out, I normally print out in black and white. I don't normally do it in colour. So I'm going to move them. Right, so I have some doll patterns. They go into somewhere separate. I need to make a different folder for them completely. So this is one of my doll patterns. This one. And just 4 different dolls. So they are separate patterns. This is one of my new ones. This is a King Cole 5000, and it uses double knit and chunky. So we can't do them ones at the moment because I haven't got a folder for them. So, and then I have some older children. The older children are separate. Oh no, that goes from newborn. So that is a boy. So which one's boy? That one is boy. So I shall just put them on the folders for now, so I know which ones I've got. What I have. Some. I don't think that's a pattern. I think that's just. No, that's not a pattern. So if I get any magazines, I see patterns, I now take them out. Because I don't keep the magazines. I've been slowly going through them. That is the baby blanket. Is that knitted baby blanket though? Baby blankets, knitting crochet all go together. So that's 2 patterns. So I'm slowly sorting it out where I have I mean, this one I won't take because it's a book and it's not worth, and it might be just children. So yeah, so that will go into my books folder. Not worth doing that one. That's a blanket. And that one's a set. That's part of a blanket, and there's the other half. So one of my blankets I'm doing is, I don't know if you can see it. Not sure it shows up. It's this pattern, and it's a circular shawl. I'm actually making that, and I think that's the rest of it. Yeah. There goes separately. That is for a woman's shawl. That is, I'm not doing them today. So I have bands like this. That's for a boy. But then I have some patterns that are boy and girl, like that one. That's boy and girl. So that one will come out and go into a mix. That's an octopus. That will go in with toys. A blanket. So that is crochet. So I don't think I have a separate crochet because that's boy and girl, so that's going to have to go in there for now until I can figure out right. That is the children's one, older children, which I'm not dealing with today. So the thought is to start getting these organised. So that is separately. So I have stuff in here that shouldn't even be in here at all. So there's a really old one. So this book is, I'm trying to think how old this book is. It's older, I think it's older than me. It doesn't say how old it is. But it uses it doesn't use the metric or the imperial, it uses Old English. So, which, if I had Old English, I would have to use, which book is this? So, that's not Old English, is it? That's metric. That's imperial. So yeah, so you could use Old English because it's, the ruler's got both on. So I'd have to use that, which I don't actually have. But I use circular needles, so I would work out what size pattern it uses and then work it out in circular needles, just for that one. Right, that's a different book. It's an adult. And that one. That's a half pattern, that's for both children. A blanket. I think that might be for that. Yeah, that's that pattern. So I have some, this one, depends on what age it goes from, 1 to 2, like that's a bigger boy. So some charts I've actually scanned the pattern in from a book, and so I can actually travel with it, like this one, it's a scanned in one, but that's for a little girl. I mean, this pattern, I don't know if I can actually get it to show. So that particular pattern, my youngest one is 23 and she wore that when she was born. So that is 6 months, but is that a boy or a girl? This one is from an old magazine. And I think it's a neutral one. That is the same pattern as that, so I have it twice. Blanket. So these are my travel ones, because I tend not to work with the main if I know I'm going to travel, because I just don't want to get damaged, so I will print it out. And then I know where it is. So that goes from newborn, and that's a blanket. Some more. Some of these are books. So these are all baby books. Let's move that. So far it's recording. So these are all brand new baby books. So this is one of the Peter Pan books, which is really nice, which I've had maybe about a couple of years. So this one is Peter Pan 355. It's got some really nice patterns for boys and girls. And this one is a really old one. This is one I was given. So this one's got like, let's find the pictures. So it's got some quite nice patterns in, which you can still use them today. You just check, so they'll still work. So because I've made this one, so yeah. So I've got some quite old ones. That is a girl pattern. So these are all books. This one is it was 5p. That's old money. So this book it's got to be 30 odd years old. No, I think it's older than that. It's quite an old book. It's a shame they don't put the years inside them, so it's got to be maybe a 70s book. I don't know. Some of these are newer, like that. This one's for a boy, because I will be doing that for one of my grandchildren. Sorry, my grandson. Most probably end up doing the hoodie. We'll see. And this book, this one I have. This one I picked up in a charity shop, because my original one I only had half a pattern. So, but that one works for a boy and a girl, but I've always kept that one as more of a girl. But you can do it for both. So I shall put that in the neutral pile. And that does do a boy. Sometimes you can tell by the colour, but it does annoy me when you pick certain parts of this one from the charge and it's been written in. I never write in pen. Drives me up the wall, so I end up would put a marker in there with a bit of paper. Right front for, yeah, that one's a girl. That's a neutral pattern. So is that one. That one could be neutral. So I have one book where that is, and I don't know if I've just seen that one, which I had to buy a new book because it's dismantled. Looking up a fan, so I shall find the other half of that and add it to it. It's for a boy. And that one's a boy and a girl, because it's got the button bands with one going button band going one way and one going the other. That's a boy and a girl. So I have the same pattern twice, so I shall put one in the neutral one. Do you think it's there? I have it twice. I've just seen that one. And then I shall add what? Yes, so I shall put that one in the girly one and leave the other one. I think that's just girl. A lot of them will tell you by the button bands which way around the button bands are going. That's a girl. Just like that one is for boy and a girl because you've got bands go one way. So it's right for a boy, left for a girl. I always have to remember which way around. That is crochet, so I haven't got anything that would do a crochet, but it's mixed anyway, so I just put them together. That one will work. Oh no, that's a boy's pattern. So I have that's boy and girl. So I have that one which should be done for the granddaughter, but that is not a baby one. So that is to go separately. Just move that out of the way. That's boy and girl. That one's boy and girl. So this one, don't think there's a front cover because this book is an old book. This book's got to be about 30 years old. I need to see if I can find the front cover, which I do have, and it's one that goes for both. There's my books. It's in there. Now this pattern is one my dad bought, and when he passed away I've got all his crochet patterns and I've actually got all his crochet hooks. So, and that one crochets up lovely, so that's for a little girl. But I have a lot of girl patterns to be sorted. I'll do that one as girl. And I want to work on both. I think it might mainly be girl. It does a boy one on that one. I do have the odd ones that don't. No, to be honest, it's a girl. So yeah, so at the weekend I ended up having to go on to, because my camera is a Sony, so we went on their website and I downloaded the manual to find out what the information I needed, because it was driving me up the wall. In fact, I couldn't do any videos because it kept cutting out, and then I found out I was using the wrong memory card. Because the other one I get about 10%, it would do about 10 minutes and then it would switch off suddenly out to boy and girl. I've just seen the other half to that, which is on here. Switch off there. They're all going in separately. That's the book. square book. And they're all blankets. Now this pattern's good, even though it's, I always put this one as neutral because it will work on a boy or a girl, and you can change the hat quite easily. So, but I have it twice, so I'm going to put one in the boy, and if I find the other one, I'll put one in the neutral one. That's for the boy. That is something else, that's embroidery, and that's card making. Oh, that's all card making. Okay, we don't need them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add on there. They're all books. I don't need any of them. So I have some sleeves, which you're meant to get out. So I have some plastic sleeves, both of them. That's not a sleeve. So that's crinkle. Alright. And there's something else here as well. Oh, that is cross stitch. We'll leave the crinkly one till last. We'll do the little girls stuff first. So if I put pads on there, and I'll just grab them as I need them. Yeah, baby girl. So I have some patterns in here like this one. They don't belong in there, these are all older girls. The boy. And that's an older boy. So I'm slowly getting to the stage where I would need another folder. For some of these where this pattern does both. Yeah. So what I tend to do first is go through and check if I've got anything that's double-sided, that I haven't got anything on the other side, so I'm not wasting the plastic wallets that I have. What size is that? Pattern. Right, so shall I leave that one because I must have something missing off it. So I'm slowly adding extra ones in as I come to them. And then if anybody will ask me if I've got a particular pattern for such and such, what they want doing. I could just say boy, girl, and what age. So I've found new, I've just seen new ones, so I'll leave that there. So some of them I've already got all the sizes on for what they were for. It's because I hadn't put them back. Normally they're staying in here all the time. That one can go in there. Some patterns of these, it's like this one. I think I've got this one in a charity shop. It was like 20p. So I always look, because just to see if they've got anything a bit different. I don't tend to buy a lot of new unless it's something I really cannot get hold of. But my charity, we've got my yarn shop we have near us in the nearest town. She's very good. And then the ones like this pattern, this one's from a magazine. So in the UK you can get the Woman's Weekly, this one, and I think the one's the People's Friend, and they always have some sort of craft pattern in. Sometimes they have got crosses, sometimes they've got knitting, sewing, and I always check because you never know if they've got anything in there. That's quite nice. So that one's a from I think it's pronounced as I think it's Shifio Patterns, and she's online and on Ravelry. That one's quite good. Right. But I find it's just easier to have anything baby size all in the same folder and not mixed with children. So I'm going to take that one out of there because they're going to go in something separate, the smaller one, because they're a bit small. And I think I need to find, so I've got another one, find something a bit better to put them in, maybe put them into a folder. Depends if I can get a smaller folder to put them in. So certain patterns like this one is off. It's one I've printed off online. Some of them are free ones. Some wallets like this, these ones, they're alright, but they're not very good. Try not to buy some of the cheaper wallets anymore because they just tend to disintegrate after a while. And then if I'm not travelling with a pattern, I'll basically just leave it in a wallet and it stays with me. Now this one is part, I thought this one was part of a book, but it's creased at the bottom. That's really annoying. itself out. I think if I really do decide to properly sort it, I might put the newer ones at the front. We'll see. At the moment I'm not that bothered. Just sort of like this one, this is a newer one. Slowly getting there. It's just nice to have them all together. Drink some of my tea. So yeah, so I've spent the last 3 days, I think this is day 4 of getting my crafting sorted, so I've actually going through a lot of my knitting patterns that are in magazines, and I'm only keeping what I like, and then I should just recycle the rest, especially if they've got full of adverts. And then when I get round to it, I shall start going through my cross stitch magazines and organising them into folders. Just take out the patterns, take out majority of the patterns at the bottom. Might get the odd pattern which I will not keep. I will organise them. I do them by category. Just because it makes it easier. Right, there's your one. This one's out of a magazine. I don't know if it will go in one of these. Might not, might have to trim it. Definitely not going to. Okay, that one won't go into one at all. So that one will stay out. I think that's why I laminated that one, because I knew it wasn't going to wear what I needed. Right, I'm going to have to, I'll be back in a minute. I need to let her know that it's raining, so my washing is out. I'll be back in a minute. Hello, welcome back. Sorry about that. I just had to let her know it started to chuck it down with rain. Oh, right. So I was sorting this out. So basically it was, my bedding was in the washing line. And most of it was dry. It's been nice all day. It's decided it's going to rain. So with this one, I was going to use the staple gun which I've left downstairs. I'll get my other one. I can find it. If it's a paper pattern, I will staple it together just so I know it's all there. Oh, that's just the other one. Oh, I've just seen that. These ones are out, I think it's Women's Weekly magazine. No, one of them, this one's at Women's Weekly, the other one's at Simply Knitting magazine. Because like I said, I've been taking some of the patterns out. It's just done with the, and these ones are not very good, these sleeves, they're terrible. They're very staticky. Does not want to go in. Still needs to be folded a bit more, which I normally don't like to do, but because these cans are a little bit bigger. We know that one won't go in. Right, so I think, so I've still got some more spaces to put more bits, which is good. So that is all the girl. And then I do need to put some stickers on there, but I've actually got them on the side, so it says Baby Girl Knit. So I should put that one away. Bring little boys over, and I'm slowly growing more boy stuff. So that is from the pattern. Now I've actually got this one again because I've got it twice, because this one's slowly falling apart, but I actually have a bit of that. And this one I'm doing, so this one I need out because it's doing this one for my grandson, which I'll show. So this chart looks like, I need to check what size I'm doing, I'm not quite sure what size I'm doing. So that is how much I've done, and I'm using, now this yarn is a Turkish yarn, so it's actually from Cyprus. So it's called Bravo, and it's Bebek, or I think it's Bebek. So yeah, so this is the DK, and it doesn't have a colour. And I have actually started one of the fronts. So that is my grandson, so I need to leave that one out. Slowly getting more and more boy stuff. But these cheaper sleeves are terrible. They're not very good. Not quite sure where these ones are from, but I won't be buying any more of them because they're just not very good. They're not very strong. But it keeps them clean and keeps them together. So that is part of a blanket, which I'm quite sure where that is. I think it might be in the little girl one. I'll have to have another look in a sec. jacket, booties, mittens. Okay. Oh yes, that's the boys one. So this particular one, it's a Serdar one. I've actually got the original, this is my copy. But you can also get one very, very similar on Ravelry as well. But I printed it out because I was travelling with it. And then these ones are from, it used to be one that came out every week, and I've got a few of their patterns. I need to keep a look out to see if I can get any more. These ones are a bit better, a bit more sturdy. Oh, that way. It does help. They're not too bad, but they're sometimes, yeah, these ones are better than the other ones. That one doesn't go in that, one goes with the short, smaller ones. So that's all the boys want at the moment. I'm slowly getting more because I have 4 girls, so I'm slowly gaining more for the grandsons. So that's theirs done. So now we're going to go to boy and girl. Drink some more tea. Try not to knock the tripod as I bring them over. So that one's not going to go in because it's too big. But we'll put these ones in. So right, that one's too big. Let's make sure I've got the right size. Boy, girl, baby. That's not baby. Ooh. That's little girl. Oh no, that's actually a boy and girl. These are boy and girl because you've got bonnets and helmets. So the other pattern went in there. Oh no, it doesn't. It's something else. I think these might. Oh, there's some at the back that need to be taken out. Okay. shall put that crochet with that one. I don't have many crochets, so it's not worth doing a separate one at the moment. So I might put that at the back and just, I've got some dividers and do it that way, I think. Might work better. That is not a boy, that is a little girl. In there in a minute. Sorry over knocked the tripod, because it's actually right next to me. It's on my table. I tried to have it on the floor and it was in the way. And lucky enough my table was of counter height. So when we had this room done, his husband actually designed everything in here, and I just said, can I have it all counter height just to make it easier. So if I need to stand and do anything, I can. So these ones were from the charity shop, these two, and they were about 25p each, which is quite good. That's a little girl. Oh no, just boy and girl, because there's a neckband. You won't go through with that pattern, you can actually just take the bubbles off if you don't want the bubbles. Take that one out. Loading. I'll put the crochet one at the back, then I know. That's all the boy. No, boy and girl. So that is done. So I need to grab the girls one and add the pattern back in. So they are both from these little ones. So I do actually have a box. Get it back. So I might see if they might fit in here. Even though it says sewing. No, I don't think they will fit. Might be small. going to work. So at the moment I'm going to leave these ones. I need to find something to go in and I'm not quite sure what. I might have to pick something up because there's some quite nice patterns, but I don't want them in there because they tend to get lost in the bigger ones. So yeah. So I shall bigger ones at the back. So I shall have to sort these ones out properly because there's like teddy bear patterns in there as well. There's dogs patterns in here, which I'll keep in at the moment. Right, so I shall just do them like that for now. I think that might make it easier, but I have another one that doesn't need to go. So these three are done for now. I don't think there's any more to go in there, but there most probably will be once I sort some more magazines out. So I've done, oh yes, I've got that girl one to put in. Oh, did I do it? Yeah. So I have finished them and they are ready to go back on my stand. I have a unit by my chair, and the bottom shelf is all knitting patterns and folders. So they shall go there, and then the next one up from that's all cross stitch. So I shall, the next time I come on, I shall do children, the older children, and sort them out because there is quite a lot, and then I can sort out adult because adult I've only got one folder, but I need to sort it out for men and women and any household ones I've got, which I don't have many of them. So I shall let you go and I shall speak to you soon. See you later. Bye.